Matilda, thank you so much for joining me on this thing's on. Great to have you on this new thing with us. I still don't quite know what it is myself yet, but it's great to chat with you again. I think the last thing we did was probably about a year ago at this point. But how are you doing?
Yeah, it's lovely to be back, Baker. Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. Yeah, great to be chatting again. Last year was pretty mad, so I think we've got quite a lot to talk about now.
Same, weren't we? I think it was about a year ago. Not
I
far
think you're
from this
right.
point that we did something, but time just flies, doesn't it? It just doesn't wait time, does it? Like last year just went so quickly.
Oh, I know, I know.
I mean, for yourself as well, who had a huge year, after a lot of it came out after we spoke, because I know he had the EP out and the tour and everything, plays on Radio 1, Love Island. So tell me just about how the last year has been for you, really, Matilda.
So the last year was probably the best year for my music so far. It was actually the first year that I did a vision board and like sort of really sat down and thought like, what do I want this year to look like? And I was going through it the other day because I thought, well, I'm going to do another one for this year. And genuinely, I was just ticking things off, and it was just so surreal because I remember being sat in that position last year, being like, God, if just one of these things happened this
Yeah.
year, I'd be over the moon. So yeah, it kicked off. Obviously, we spoke about mainly about my song All That I Want last year, and that was the third single of my EP, Sunday Girl, and it was the first song that of mine that got played on Radio 1, on Future Pop, and then Love Island as well. And it got played on Love Island last week, which I know we spoke about
Yeah.
in the DMs, which was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that one at all. But yeah, last year was mad. It started off with that, and then I went on my first headline tour, which was just the best experience ever. Play with my band, went to London, sold out London, which was absolutely unreal. That was one of the best shows I've ever played. Played Manchester, played Birmingham, played a few festivals over the summer, was on TV, like
Of course,
Spotify
yeah.
Fresh Finds. Yeah, honestly, like everything I had on my list like came true. And it was just the nicest, like I know it's not all about those like little wins, but it's so nice to get that sort of recognition. And then when you release music, then it's sort of like, right, well, I feel like I'm not going out for those things anymore. Like I'm now releasing because wow, I've had those incredible experiences, and now I can like just release it into the world after like all the people that have found me through those things can now listen to my new music. I don't think I'm explaining that very well, but it's quite nice to have like a different sort of community to what I started off last year with to what I have now. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. Everything I could have wished for.
No, absolutely. I do get you as well because, when you've had all of these things, new people are going to discover you through whether it's Radio 1 or whether on TV. So you've got like a bigger audience then, and it's like building on them successes from last year, isn't it? Really?
Exactly. Yeah, because you release music and people find you through that music, and it's like, wow, amazing. Like you followed me, you want to like stay on the journey and see what I release next. So it's so nice to then release something completely new. People are like, oh my gosh, like I really like that too. And it's like, great, stay. Like I'll see you at a show then. Like it's just so nice to yeah, like actually start connecting with people when you release new songs and they stick around and they still like the music. So obviously like Valentine, it's in the same sort of vein as the Sunday Girl EP, but it is slightly different. And you always risk with like doing new things, like people gonna like it as much. But I think I stuck to my guns with that one, and I think it's going quite well.
We'll come to the song in a moment because obviously it
Yeah.
is fresh out. So we'll talk all about that. But tell me all about what it was like being on TV as well when you appeared on CBBC.
Yeah, that was it. That was so cool. I used to watch CBBC all the time growing up. So like the equivalent of Saturday like mashup, which was what I was on, was a bit like Friday download, I think, but like on a Saturday morning. So I was sort of picturing myself being on that, and it was just so cool. Like I played Ruin Our Friendship, and then all the kids were like dancing and singing and like just jumping along, and we had like a few rehearsals before we did it, then like went on and did it live. Yeah, it was actually amazing, like the whole production, like getting hair and makeup, like just seeing all the behind the scenes of TV and how it works was really cool. And then backstage stage, I saw some of the kids who were on the show, and they were all coming up and hugging me. And this one girl, I always remember her. She said, "Oh, me and my friend think that you look like Barbie." It was just the sweetest, wholesome thing. And I gave out a load of my stickers to them, because I just wanted to like be able to speak to them all and just like give them something for like saying thank you really. But no, it was lovely, and people were waiting for me outside the BBC studio as well for like autographs and photos. But yeah, it was amazing, and I sometimes watch it back and just think, God, that was just so crazy, because even the set and everything is just like wild, like it's one of
Yeah.
those like crazy high energy kids TV shows. But that was just such a dream, and it was so like unexpected. So yeah, another amazing thing that happened last year.
I bet it was great because not a lot of people in your position, like emerging artists and bands, have been on TV. So I bet like you felt like a real star in that moment, especially when
Honestly,
people are asking you for autographs as well and everything.
yeah, you're so right. It's such an incredible opportunity for someone in my position, because like not only I've never played in Glasgow before, like I've never played in Scotland before. So even getting that opportunity meant I could go up there. And yeah, the people that have followed me and supported me since, because it was on their like socials, their TikTok, CBBC socials and their Instagram and everything. Like I've had an influx of people from that. So it's just great that people saw it and thought, yeah, like I quite like her, and then stuck around. It's always a nice feeling.
And another thing, Matilda, was Love Island again, 2 years in a row, and you told me it was just total surprise this time as well.
I know. And I think because the first time I found out an hour and a half before it was going to go on, I literally got out the shower and I got an email from my TV being like, yep, like make sure you tune in tonight, because
Got
in the first
noticed.
15 minutes, I know it's going to be played. Like
Good job you weren't
rallied the
busy.
troops. I know, literally. I rallied the troops, all the girls in my house. I was like, guys, and we are watching it now. And obviously I watch it every night anyway, because I'm a bit of a Love Island fanatic. Yeah, that was just the craziest thing. They played it for like 2 minutes. It was like one of the most dramatic scenes of the whole series. So that was just unreal. And then yeah, last week I went back home for the evening, and like back home to Birmingham. And me and my mum love Love Island, and we were just chatting, like catching up. So we were a bit delayed on watching it, like maybe like almost an hour. So we are gonna watch it on catch up. And my friend Snapchatted me. She went, "I swear I've just heard your song on Love Island," and I like sort part of me sort of wishes like I either hadn't have heard and was like just watching it, and it just came on. Then I was like, I
Yeah.
just dropped everything. Me and my mum were like skipping through, like trying to hear it.
Yeah.
And again, it was on like such a good moment, and they played All That I Want again, which is the song they played last year. So they must like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you might get the hat trick then next year.
I know. Imagine
Yeah.
that could be on the vision board. I'll get that on
Yeah.
the vision board.
It sounds like anything on that's coming true. But yeah, imagine if your friend hadn't have told you and you just heard it out of the blue.
I know. To be fair, like if you're so like in the moment, like would you have even noticed? Like I don't
Too
know,
engrossed
but
in the show.
I know. Like I definitely would have, but like imagine what that would have been like. So cool.
I bet if you're a super fan as well, then it means even more.
It does, yeah. It really does. And I'm a bit of a super fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell me all about Valentine, Matilda, which been out nearly 3 weeks now.
Yeah, I think we're coming up to 3 weeks. So yeah, so Valentine, I think I'll tell you a little bit about like the sound I wanted to go for, because I think that was sort of where my priority was at when I started this song. I knew that I wanted to like bring back the indie a little bit, because I think my last EP was quite poppy, and that's really what I wanted. But all of, as I know we spoke about before, all of my music influences are like really rooted in indie and rock, and that sort of like 80s, 90s rock sound. And it was nice to be able to bring that back with Valentine. There was that sort of like Stone Roses drums that are sort of coming through with that one. And I actually wrote it in Manchester. Like I write most of my music in Manchester. And it was literally like the summer of Oasis. Like I'd seen Oasis. I'd held my hands up. I did go twice.
I
It
saw
was
that you went
amazing.
twice.
I know. We spoke about this as well, didn't we? I
Yeah,
was so, like the luckiest girl in the world to get tickets twice. Um, and I think like in the height of that summer, I was like, I need to write something that's got
yeah,
that indie twang to it. So that's sort of how Valentine came about. And yeah, it's sort of about like an anti-Valentine. It's about having someone in your life, perhaps have been around for quite a while, and you sort of just like allow them to treat you how they want to treat you, and you don't really stand up for yourself. So I think it's a bit more like self-discovery and realizing actually we're not going to be treated this way. So that's the yeah, bit of an anti-Valentine sort of theme, which isn't very fitting because we are recording this in Valentine's week. But you know, hopefully it's one for the playlists. I really hope it is. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed writing this one. I think it's super catchy, if I'm honest. When I was doing my content day for this, it was stuck in my head for days. So
It's a great
yeah.
track, and we'll get this one into our playlist too. But like you
Oh,
say,
thanks.
it's that like you say, even though it's an anti-Valentine, I guess it's a perfect time to put it out, isn't it? As well, just because of the title and what it will relate to around this time of year. And I like the way you've done it as well, a few weeks before, rather than when everything will come out like 2 days before or something.
Yeah, exactly. I was so like toying with the idea of do I just release it on the Friday before Valentine's? But firstly, I'm really superstitious, and that would have been Friday the 13th, and I was not going to have that. And then also, I thought exactly what you said. Like, it just feels a bit like not necessarily cringe, but like slightly inauthentic to just be like Valentine's Day, here's a song. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't write it for that. Like, I didn't write it for Valentine's, but I sort of wanted it to be out and like able to, people to listen to it around this time of year. So yeah, that was sort of my idea behind the timing.
I bet it's nice to hit the ground running as well, like that. When you put a single out so quickly into the new year, when not a lot of people do, because I always feel like January is quite a quiet month for people releasing music until the end of it. But I bet that it was nice to like get straight in and hit the ground running again with a new single, given the success that you had last year.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what I wanted to do with Valentine. Like I knew I wanted to get a release out early in the year because I wanted to set the tone for the rest of the year. And I hadn't actually released because obviously I had such a busy summer. I hadn't actually released music since March because so much has happened since then that just wasn't
Yeah.
releases. And I felt like, oh my God, like we need to get something out now. And I wrote this in the summer, so it was definitely ready in Jan. And I'm glad I released it when I did, definitely.
I mean, we've got to mention, like, obviously, you say about the influences and stuff, and got to mention Oasis, haven't we? It was just, I saw that you went twice, but it was just unbelievable, wasn't it?
It was absolutely unreal. I saw them in Manchester and then I saw them in London. And like both was so like people ask me all the time, like which one did I prefer? And I just couldn't tell you because the atmosphere of both of them was so different. Like Manchester was the first one I went to, and I was just like in awe, like what the hell is going on? And I was like quite close to the front, like it was super rowdy, like just jumping around, like just going crazy. Whereas like London, I felt like I could actually listen. I was in the stands and I was with my family, and I could actually like listen and like watch the show instead of being like 5'4" in the thick of a crowd. Like, and you can't actually hear as well as you can at Wembley. So yeah, it was just unreal, and to hear like songs that I've just grown up listening to and I've just constantly been listening to and been around. It was insane. They were absolutely on the money, and I'd fingers crossed I'm that lucky again when they hopefully release another run of shows.
Yeah, I think they will do it again personally. And yeah, it would be amazing to experience it all again. Just like wow, wasn't it? I mean, the moment
So
for
well,
me, we got front standing. We didn't have front standing tickets. We just got there early enough, and they were still handing out them bands. And I
that's so lucky.
walked in and saw the Oasis like logo on top of the stage, and that was when you kind
Yeah.
of really thought, "Wow, this is happening," which was that was certainly probably the maddest moment for me.
Yeah. And then just the anticipation as well. And like the supports were amazing too. Just the whole, there's like nothing about that night, well, those nights that I would change. You saw them in Edinburgh, didn't you?
Yeah, we went to Edinburgh. We were one of the last
Yeah.
in the UK actually. Yeah,
Gosh. Oh, that's so cool.
apart from the two more, but yeah, I hope they'll do it again. I just won't look forward to the ticket war.
Oh no, I know. Well, I actually got tickets because I think I've been signed up to their newsletter since like I've ever had an email. Like when I was like 11 and I got my first email, I was like, I must sign up to all my favorite bands' newsletters. So I signed up to the Oasis newsletter, and I genuinely think that's how I got like the tickets,
Really?
which is great going. Like clearly they
Yeah.
are reaching out to their like long term newsletter followers, whatever they are, subscribers.
Maybe that was why. Maybe that's the reason. You've given the secret away now though, but
I know, I
no,
know.
no,
Do
nobody
not
will have
flip me
matched.
for that one.
Nobody will have matched your sign up time, but um, no, of course, Valentine's out now, and it's you've got the headline as well in London on the 11th of April. So, how much are you looking forward to that, especially with the new single being out as well, and following on from your last sold out London headline?
I'm absolutely buzzing for it. We've got so much in store for this one. And I think because we did a tour, we got to play like a run of shows in quite quick succession. Like we really know like what we play well and how the audiences are really. Starting off with the London show is amazing. That was just like I was just a ball of like adrenaline. Like I just couldn't wait for it. And it was over so quickly. Like I hardly remember it. Like it was just an
Yeah,
hour of a blur. But no, that was just the sold out show was unreal. And I think after all the shows, every single one of them was incredible in its own way. But London just really did stand out for us. And I've always wanted to play the Grace. It's been a venue that's like been on my bucket list for ages. It's on my vision board this year, actually. Obviously because I'm playing it. But yeah, no, we've got so like we love to do like cool versions of different covers. And obviously I've got Valentine to play, which will be like the first time I'm playing that with a band, which will be really cool. I hopefully should have another single on the way before the show or around the time of the show. So hopefully we're playing that one too. Yeah, it's just going to be incredible. Such an amazing venue, and hopefully we can perform even better than we did on tour.
especially as well now, like you say, London's the place where you live as well, like you said. So it's like
Exactly.
a home show, not at home really, but at home. It's weird,
It
isn't it?
is. It is. Yeah. I mean, my Birmingham show is definitely my home show last year. Like coming home, seeing like all the supporters who've been supporting me for years. That was so nice. But yeah, London, I feel like I play there a lot more now. So I definitely have more of like an audience base in London. But yeah, no, the show's going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
It's really exciting for you, and I'm sure it'll be a great show. And tickets are on sale now, I believe.
Yep, on sale now. You can get them on my Instagram. Literally just searching Matilda Pratt the Grace, Matilda Pratt London, and they'll come up.
Fantastic, and looking forward to seeing how that one goes for you. And hopefully, you can get up near us at some point as well this year.
Oh, fingers crossed. I'll get it on the vision board and then it will come true.
Yeah, it seems like anything on that vision board comes true. But talking of the vision board, Matilda, I was going to ask what are your goals for 2026 then? After a huge 2025.
Yeah, so I think my main goal this year is the big London show. I think I just got the absolute bug for live performing last year doing the tour. And obviously last year I was lucky enough to do it with youth music funding and help musicians funding. I genuinely couldn't have done it without them. But I think off the back of that, I have a lot more live band experience. Because before I used to play it with just acoustic or with tracks. So it's like really just elevated my performance. And I think now this year I just love to play more festivals, to go up and down the country, playing different places, meeting different people, and yeah, just getting the music across the country, I think, are my main goals for this year.
That's isn't it like spreading out a bit more, and you've got so much to build on as well. So I'm sure it'll be another great year for you, Matilda.
Oh, thank you so much.
And yeah, hopefully you can get up our way at some point, as it would be great to catch you live. But no, definitely catch up again soon. As I mentioned that fish and chip thing to you, which I think you like the sound of a bit.
That's going to be a winner, I think.
I've probably given something away as well too easily.
I
But
know.
don't even know whether I should have said that or not. But I've said it now, so who's bothered? But before we go, I can't believe you told me you've never seen Train Spotting.
Oh, I know. No, don't reveal this to the world. We were literally just saying how I
Because
saw
you went to see
Underworld.
Under, yeah.
Yeah, I saw Underworld on Friday, and I love Underworld. I love them outside. Like I didn't get to know their music through Train Spotting clearly because I've not seen it. But I just love absolutely love Born Slippy. It's one of my favorite songs ever. It's probably one of most people's favorite songs ever. But I just cried my eyes out watching it. I cried my eyes out walking back from the O2 in Brixton.
Yeah,
It was unreal. But no, I told you that
yeah.
every year my dad gets out the DVD of Train Spotting at Christmas and puts it like right next to the TV. Like, we're watching this year. You need to watch it. And we've never got round to it. But you told me that it's 30 years this year since it came out. So if I'm going to watch it, it's going to be this year.
You've got to. It's probably yeah one of my top three favorite films. So I think you're missing out there if you don't watch it.
I know. I know. I will. I promise I will.
But it's a great song, isn't it? Born Slippy because and it I'll always remember it now because it goes back to the Oasis gigs before each gig. I think they played like a different song before um they walked out to fucking in the bushes.
Yeah.
That was the one we got, and because we were the third night, I knew that when that song played, that after that it was time. So it was kind of like I was listening to that song, and I thought, when this is over, it's time. So I'll always remember that song for that reason now.
That's unreal. What a good song to have as well.
Yeah, yeah, it was great, but yeah, I can just get too nostalgic about last summer, so I won't go there again. But it's been a real pleasure having you on. Thanks so much for joining us, and I hope we can catch up again soon.
No, I hope so too. Thank you, Baker. It's been lovely.